I don't ever have no start the video like welcome back to TV Pro Racing, like, or you gotta come up with something. But I don't even know where I left off in the last video. I don't. We've gotten a lot done in the last. When did we post last video? Last a week.
Yeah, something like that.
Dude, my days are so blurred together between work and working on this thing at nights. We got a lot done. The engine's in it. We have not fired it just because me and Dad talked about we're just gonna wait because we could start right now, but we're putting the front end and everything, or Dad wants to put the front end and everything and do the headers. We just wanted to wait to the last when we put the headers on for the last time, then we'll fire it. But everything's plumbed. We got everything rewired. All the cylinders worked. We went through the carburetor. I got it back. Got it back. What day? What day is now? Thursday? No, the day before. Wednesday. I got it Wednesday. Big Zach went down to pick it up from Scotty Perkins. He fixed the front bleed on it, and he fixed that for me. And Big Zach went down there and picked it up. He was off work. We got the trans back from Derek after he had his mishap. Sucks. He had almost all he done and was literally putting the pan on it and dropped it. And then on his foot, cut up his leg. He's lucky he didn't break his foot, but it broke the case, and luckily he had another one there. So he got that fixed. And we put a dump valve on this dude. It's just a single dump valve, but we really haven't, I don't think we're going to wire it up yet. I think we're just going to wait. I don't know. We got to figure kind of how we want to use it and how we're going to hook it up. But we got it, so we left it on there, put it back on there, so whenever we do hook it up, we can figure out how to use it. I got that. We got the doors on and the glass in. All that's done. I just got to pull the plastic off of this one. We got the front bars on. They're done. We got the radiator in the back. We got the radiator wired. The fan wired to the radiator. The trans coolers on it. They made the lines today. We have the radiator hoses all the way up here. We took aluminum, and James Blanchard, he actually welded the bungs on there. And because Leonard, he sponsors all my hoses and stuff on this car. And we're actually waiting. We got all the way up to here to the front, and we're literally waiting on it. Some 16, we ran out of hose, so we're hoping it comes in before we have to leave. Because if not, I gotta find some. But it's supposedly on the way, but with the weather we got, it's on a delay. But it's supposed to go from here, to the water pump to the back. I changed the front springs today from Zach. I actually got them from Zach. We had two 25s on there, but now they're 200s, and they actually collapsed. And they put some springs because this dude set like a 4x4. And we put the front the only thing we had to do is put the front clip. We actually, Dallas worked on this today. Dallas and Dad did. But I told them, I said, I want to put my grill and the headlight bezels and the headlights back in the front end. So they got that all done today. We're pretty much done. We just got to finish that side up. Then we're going to take it all out, and then Dad's going to get it ready to paint and mount it. We got all that done, pretty much. Dawson and them did that today. I got RC wheels for the back, Tony, and Rowdy hooked me up big time on them. But their wheels from my sanders are a little bit different, so I gotta get some different spacers to just kind of offset them a little bit because it kind of sucked in just a hair more than my sanders were. Because I don't know, it's just the way the thickness of the wheel kind of was, I think. So I'm gonna change the spacer on that. And right now I'm going to run without a front windshield. That way I can unlatch my doors and open them. Because I haven't cut it, and Dad ain't put the door handle on it yet. I got the deck lid on. I got to lower the back of the car because for one it's lighter. I got to change the rear springs. They got 150s in them now, but I got some 110s I'm gonna put in there. But I got to lower it because I got like this much clearance from my drive shaft and my drive shaft tube, and I've had like 2 inches in it, so it's just that much higher in the back already. And it's got some serious penny angle in it where we just set it back in there because it's so high. We got all the aluminum done, all the wheel tubs. I got my throttle cable done today. I gotta re-bleed the brakes. Gotta do that, but all that's in. I got the batteries in. They're all wired. Everything's wired up back here. The fan works. All the fuel lines are done. The trans line's back. We got the transmission cooler on the other side of the radiator here. I got my weight tabs in here. We're trying to get everything done so Monday I can load this up and take it to Clint, because he says he's gonna knock out my wing for me, because we're actually gonna get it a little bit bigger, but he's gonna do it for me. My last wing was I think it was like 12 inches, but we're gonna make a 14-inch one this time, just make it a little bigger. He said he's gonna get me in and out, knock it out, and I gotta get this dude somewhat aligned by somebody. I was hoping to get it by Chuck's here in Shepherdsville, local to us, because he does all-wheel alignment, and I don't know if he can fit us in or not with being kind of last minute. But if not, I can go down the Sims and he can line the front end up at least, and we can string it from there and square the front end. We measured from the frame, found a hole, and we kind of squared it off of there. And the wheelbase is the same as it was before I wrecked it, so I think we're pretty square, really. I just think it just needs to be a little just straightened up. I think because the front, it's just the toe on it's just a little wonky from when I wrecked. Because all that there was fine, but I only got a little bit left. I mean, we got to finish like radiator hoses. I got to drill a hole for the nitrous line. Got to put my headers on. Got to put the glass in the wing. Change the springs in the rear. Got to put my O2 sensors in. I need to get a line. I need a breather cap for my catch can, my headlights, my door handles for the outside of the doors. I got torque the rear wheels. Hunter bought me a parachute mount for my parachute, because my parachute is actually okay, but he bought me a new monster mount. I got to put my dash in. I got to fill my trans, and we got to re-bleed the brakes, and then I got to make the tabs from my inner roll bar to my rear end. We got to measure them and weld them. But really, we're getting down to slim pickings of what to do. It's just a lot of small needy things that take some time to finish everything up. And the way Dad is on everything, like, he's so anal, is like, he's so insistent. Like to be honest, we can literally put the headers on and put a headlight on it right now and go get it aligned and finish the brakes, and we could rock on, put the glass back in, put the wing in. You know, because I gotta have my rear wing just for a little bit downforce in the back. But I mean, like, I could rock it the way it is. But Dad wants to have the front end on it and everything, and so he's working his tail off every day. I mean, right now he's been working here in the shop as long as he can. Then about 4 or 5, he'll switch over and work on my car. And then Doss will get here and he'll start working. And then whoever decides can ride over that day and help out, they'll come over. Then whenever I get off from work, we'll come in here, work about 11, 12, and go on the house. And we've been doing this for about 4 weeks now, non-stop, back and forth. And I ain't gonna lie, we're getting wore out. And this cold weather didn't help at all. We was kind of hoping we'd be able to make at least a test shot, but with this snow and stuff, man, it's gonna be hard. Because by the way the weather looks, by the time it starts to melt, it's supposed to snow again Monday, and then by the time it starts to get warmer, everything's still gonna be wet, and they brine the salt of the road, so they're not really gonna be the greatest. And then we was hoping to shoot out next week somewhere and go south, but kind of locked in, so we kind of got to go now. And I'm trying to hurry up. I know Cameron, he's supposed to get his car back Monday from it getting switched over to methanol and tuned from Frank. So he's hoping that dude will spice it up, and then it'll be a little lighter, because he's took all the cooling system off of it, and it's going to be, he's going to run a dry block in it now. It's still going to have the water ports, but it's just a stock block, and he's switched that over to methanol, so we're excited to kind of see how that does and wakes it up. And Zach, they went out the other day and made a couple test passes in his car, and apparently we were talking to Jody and Zach. I was at work, so I wasn't able to go, and man, they said it made some killer licks. So I'm excited to get them all back going. I know Hunter, he's changing a bunch of stuff on his car. Me and him talked today, because to be able to run the dump valve and stuff, you gotta have like some kind of controller with these grids and everything. So I know he's putting like a Holly Dominator in his car, and to be honest, me and Dad talked about, I've been kind of thinking about maybe switching over to it here soon, because I can control so much more just in that box, and I can have so many more different sensors and not have to have an extra box. I can have the sensor to just wire it into it. So it'd be kind of different, but the thing is though, is I could have that box and run everything like I got and have the same setup, just change the computer kind of system on it. It's the way they act alike, but I don't know. I like my grid. It's simple and I know how to work it really well. I've learned a lot about it. But I don't know. We've done so much. I don't. These doors, Dad got them fit great, man. And Alexa, I don't know. It feels like a damn Pro Mod now when I'm sitting in it. Like we put a whole new steering shaft in it. I know. I don't know if I said that. But everything's done underneath of it pretty much. Here, I'll raise it up so y'all can look at it. Well, like, here's all the, like, my radiator hoses we changed. We had to put the aluminum ones in it, and these are my trans lines. My trans cooler was mounted, like, right here, but ever since I wrecked, Dad's always wanted to move it back here to the radiator to where it'll pull through the fan. I don't know if it's just in your line, but it's mounted here on the radiator now, so the fan will actually pull it and help keep it cooler. And we put this back here. I got 16 A lines for the water and stuff. But like, this is where I was talking about the dry shaft being too low, where when the tube probably would start to separate, it would hit it. And it's always set up in here because where it's lower. So that just tells you like how much. Well, for one, it could be that much lighter in the back, or where we mount it, the shocks. The bar could be different where we mount it. Cause I don't know. I can't remember if we had them like this or like this, but right now they're up and down. So that there might be different. So we might have to lower them down. And I definitely want to change the spring rate in it, because for that frame, you all won't believe how much that frame actually weighed from here back. How much they actually, there was a lot of weight. It surprised the shit out of me. But we left the bar angle the same from when I wrecked. It's all the same hose. Dad made new lower bars for these. He made them just a little bit longer because the other ones, they were fine, but he didn't like how much the thread stuck out of them because they were kind of almost maxed out. So he just made a little bit longer one, so we have more thread and it'd be a little bit stronger. But the way he braced everything in this damn thing, I think it's a lot stronger than it was before. But we got the backup lights on them now. Really, we're getting damn close. From everything back here is pretty much done besides the anti-roll bar and changing the springs and bleeding the brakes. I know it sounds like I'm repeating a lot because I'm running out of things to say because I don't know what else to do. Oh, and I just got new seat belts for Christmas. So I got some updated ones. They're the quick performance, like, and they actually fit like the Hans, and they're quick release. So it'd be a lot. They're easier to get off. So I got them, and we got a lot done for real in a short amount of time. To be honest, I thought we'll be a lot farther than what we are, but Dad's been kicking ass, and I've had a lot of help, especially because I've been at work, and he's been kicking butt. Doss has been kicking butt over here at nights. He's been good, so we've been trying to do as much as we can. So we're going to do a little bit more tonight, I think. It's Christmas Eve right now. I know we're going to try to put this front end on and get it mounted tonight, I think. Then that way it's done. And then he can put the headers in tomorrow and drill the freaking hole on the side of this fiberglass for my headers. He don't know where he's been like, man, I don't know where the hole was on the other ones. I mean, the engine could have moved a little bit. So Doss actually cut. Let me see how I can find him. He actually cut the fender, my old fenders. And so this, so that way we know an idea where the hole was on the fender. Because I mean, this is the back of this, with a wheel well. So we have a kind of an idea where it would be on each side. He cut these out today. So we're gonna shoot in the dark and hopefully it works and we ain't got multiple holes in the front end. That would kind of suck. But we got that, and we're actually gonna make it to where the hood, this part here will probably stay on the car, and then this here will come off. Because we're gonna, once the hood goes on, we're gonna bolt the hood to the front end, and then it'll just stay, and we'll take it off all in one piece, and be less juice facets and stuff. Ain't that right?
What's up? Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Oh, howdy. But Hunter, I actually bought his fuel pump out of his car, so now I got a spare just to have, just in case if mine ever goes bad. So, I mean, really, the only thing is this wheel here looks a little farther out, but this one here looks pretty straight, so, I mean, I don't think it's that far off from being straight and square. So, I know those springs definitely helped out a lot on them. And the front end is pretty damn loose right now. I had to loosen it up so I could shove the shock back in the control arm. So, Merry Christmas, you filthy animal.
Merry Christmas, you filthy animal.
We did? Oh shit, we're all in trouble now.
Okay, we talking about it.
Huh?
Okay, we're talking about it. What?
Yeah. Yeah. But we got a lot of work left, but not a whole lot. But we're running out of time. I wish we had another week. If we had another week, would be great. Then we could relax, but there is no relaxing. So I filmed some videos on my phone of us working on pass. So Joe can put them in any time he wants. They ain't much videos. So
One, like 1/4, and put it back through there.
Half.
Okay.
Alright.
All the way on the
I
floor
heard it.
again. Seemed like it's still a little tight.
Really?
You didn't turn it that damn far. That thing must be threaded to be fucking back.
Alright. Well, alright, here, let's do this. Let's try the throttle
think-
cable. Follow me?
I feel better with that, but
Alright.
what are you saying? It's hitting too hard now?
Alright, go ahead, Al.
ease it down
Just
because his
ease it
fingers
down.
in it.
Yeah.
All the way to the floor.
Yeah, keep going.
All the way to
Keep
the floor.
going, keep going, keep going.
All the way to
Keep
the floor.
going.
All the way to the floor.
Keep going.
That's all I got.
Oh, okay, so there's a little difference there. Because we ain't there yet.
Boy, dude gets tight right there.
He's hitting the bar.
How?
He's hitting the bar.
Okay. Alright, come off it now. Yeah. Alright, now.
So tighten that back up and we'll cycle it again, but you're gonna have to go back the other way with it.
Or I can shorten the cable up a little bit.
Well, but if that's where he's going and we need to look, I guess if it's full throttle when he's on the floor, we can just adjust it on that because he shouldn't be pulling it much
Yeah.
harder than that.
Right. Okay, so there you go. There's half. Alright, hot rod.
Slow?
Hey, go on down.
All the way down.
All the way down.
That's it.
Needs more. Hang on. Hold it while you're there. Looks to me like the front barrel is open.
Oh yeah, all the way.
Now see the back, we got a little play. You see how much difference that is?
Mm-hmm. It's almost got a little tweak or something when it's in the red.
Fuck the animals.
Hold it on back, boys. Y'all in there like swimwear?
Mine is.
That's yours, boss.
I can look. As long as you don't touch it, I can look on mine. It'll stay. Huh?
My draw.
go there, see if it's on.
Comes back.
Yeah, it's gonna come back. But it ain't salt and sea.
Okay.
Mine fits like a sausage and roosters.
Let me get the drink.
Hey, mind the-
I wanted to do it.
I got told you it's not my choice.
Dang, my back's killing me.
I'm glad I don't have to mop it. So thankful.
Dude, damn near shit.
Huh?
Do I?
Have to ask him that. I don't know.
What?
Is this still evening?
No.
He just wanted you to be closer.
Huh?
He didn't want you wandering around like you were lost.
I wasn't. I was looking at the list on the back of the I wasn't. I was reading that list.
No.
And I saw it up here where you
Check
said
twice.
Can you read that?
got through the third thing.
Can you read that?
Yeah.
It'd be very hard for somebody to open-minded to come get the windshield. My damn door.
He don't know how he's gonna get in it.
I ain't made it that far.
I won't be careful. Watch what's doing there.
Hey, are you gonna sit back on there now? Front end?
No, that's the.
Okay. So I can take this door off?
What you want to do? Yeah.
Here it goes.
Look at it.
Yeah. He's good. Yeah, there's definitely something in there. Oh my. These are my new fancy seat belts. They're the smaller ones that fit your the Hans better. But they're like mine.
What do you do with your old ones?
Huh?
What do you do with your old ones?
They're expired.
Are they?
Yeah. You want them?
Yeah. I think they'd be better than what I got in mine.
Yeah. Look how they set these with the. They got clips in them. You anchor these and you can just clip them on.
Really?
Yeah. And then there's the
Fancy.
quick release, but these here go both ways. So like they're really easy to put in. So really,
Wow.
it's easy. It's
I need to
fat boy friendly,
update my
too.
shit.
Yeah, look, they make 6 things now. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this one, really. I got a hole for it. Gotta make a new hole and bracket. But yeah, like these here, little clip, and undo, and then you screw this in. And once you get that in, you just literally flip it on. It's a pretty trick. That
Fancy.
clipped the back two together because I got tops. They all go to the same bolt, so I just took this off and 2 of them actually fit on one. So,
You only got one set, right?
huh?
You only got one set, right?
Yeah. Why do I need 2?
Just making sure.
I think I'm carrying on passion in this pro mod.
The balls are over there.
Yeah. See, so like I could
I
literally.
wanted to, but he never fucking.
What?
He said he wanted to, but he never did.
Dude, I would love if we'll take bonds out one time.
I'm
I
not
feel
gonna
like
lie.
this here, I can literally now put them on one and then just have 2 crotch belts. Something we're probably going to do, so like I did at the top. So I got these to put in. These are really nice. Been wanting these for a while. Never could afford them. Well, that's all we're going to do for this update video. It's a little short. We got a lot done. It's a big jump, but really, we've been kind of slacking on the filming part because we've been assessing the rush kind of work. So, hope y'all enjoy this video. Make sure y'all tune in for the next one. Please make sure you go to the website, buy some merchandise.
See y'all in the movies.
Okay. But 100 shirts came in, so we're going to go through those and see what sizes and get a merch count on it and put them up. So here, probably next 2, maybe probably by the January, we'll have them on the website. I reordered all my stuff. I'm a couple weeks out from getting it, so hopefully here in a few weeks I can receive on restock the sizes that I'm out. And other than that, y'all everybody have a Merry Christmas, and I'll see y'all soon. And we're getting ready for New Year's. So see y'all soon. TV pulled out.